And welcome back. Welcome back. We've got yet another great show for you this evening. We are live and direct from a remote location deep in the desert in California. You don't want to be out here. Trust me. First time listeners out there, thanks for being here. We've got a great show for you. Matter of fact, we've been waiting on you. We really have. We've been waiting especially for you out there. I'm so glad you can be here. And of course, if you just discovered the show, please don't forget to subscribe to us here on YouTube and over on Rumble, rumble.com. Go out there and subscribe too, because you never know. They might get rid of this show next. You just really don't know. And of course, no guests tonight. Just me and Mike. Me, Mike, and you. Matter of fact, let's bring in Mike right now. Mike, what's going on?
Hello, hello.
What's up?
How are you?
I'm good.
Good.
How are you? You all right?
Cold. Yeah, it's cold. It's cold out here.
Yeah.
Today and tomorrow are going to be like the two coldest days so far for the winter. I think tonight is 1 degree and tomorrow is 0 degrees.
0 degrees. That doesn't sound too good.
No, it's not.
That sounds terrible. Mike.
Earlier in the week, they had proclaimed it was going to be -3, but we're not at -3.
Oh, -3. How goddamn nice.
Yeah, it's blistering cold out here.
Oof. Well, I'm glad I'm not in the East Coast like you, dying.
Yeah. I hear you, man.
Jesus
I don't
Christ.
blame you. Times like this where I wish I was in sunny California.
I don't know how you do it, Mike. I mean, that sounds like a mess, being out there in the cold. All you people out there in the East Coast, I am so sorry you have to experience this harsh winter.
I don't find it too bad. I'll tell you what I think. I'll tell you the mindset I put myself in. When I think about either living here or living in a city somewhere that could be substantially warmer.
Sure.
I think of it like being Alaska, where I'm away from everybody that could cause me strife. And I just sort of accept that.
Well, that's not a bad outlook. A good perspective to have.
Yeah.
Very nice. Well, Mike, I am honored that you're here.
I'm honored to be here.
I'm so glad you're here, Mike. I mean, it's been a while since we've done one of these.
Last two shows got bumped. Well, not canceled bumped, but bumped. Couldn't do the show.
It's all right.
Everything's fine, though.
Right on. Well, fair warning, this won't be for everyone out there, especially those who lack a sense of humor. Please show yourself the door. You can't stay here.
We do not take responsibility for what we say.
No, not at all. Not tonight. I mean, I'm in a mood.
You and me both.
So, I should not be held responsible for anything that comes out of my mouth tonight.
Okay. I ditto.
Yeah, so now that we got that out of the way, welcome back to the program, Mike. Thanks for being here with us all. I hope you are well and enjoyed your time away from us. But Mike, I mean, I totally missed you. I was doing the show with a few people, I was doing the show solo, interviewing people, and I thought, oh my. I was just at a loss of words at times. Everyone's so damn serious. No one wants to just sort of relax. But that's the state of the world. Everyone's crazy right now. And you could especially feel it out here in California. The winds are blowing. It's raining out here. It's a mess as well, Mike. It gets cold, but people are generally pretty pissed off and angry out here in California too. Believe it or not.
I feel like the entire world of humanity is being held together by a thin, constantly thinning thread. It's just ready to snap.
Oh yeah, anytime. At any time, Mike. And of course, Mike, you do have your own theme music now.
Do I?
Yeah, it's this. This is your theme song, by the way. Oh, I had to go back here. Let me cue this up for you here, Mike.
Okay.
But yeah, this is your theme music here. If I could get it running here, I will. But now it's like it's not letting me. Oh, there we go. This is your song now, Mike. When you come on here. Just kidding. That's not your song, by the way.
Who is that?
That was
Cool.
Fields of the Nephilim.
No, it isn't. Is it really?
It is.
What song is that?
I think it might have been At the Gates of Silent Memory. It's like a cover.
Oh, okay. That's on the oh god damn it. What I don't listen to that record that much. It's kind of a little metal for me, but I
Okay, we don't have to play it. I'm just messing with you now.
I think if I'm correct, I think it's off one of the albums that I want to call it. I want to say it's called Fallen.
It might be. I have no idea where that came from. It was by a listener wanted me to play that for you. I don't know why.
Okay. Well,
just
if
thought,
it
why
was,
not?
and if it is Nephilim, it's probably from the album I don't listen to. There's two of them I don't listen to.
Well, there you go. Listener out there, Mike has pretty much thought your song was shit.
Well, if I'm mistaken and you're just effing with my head here, if it is an original, it's actually pretty cool.
It was actually an original from a listener
Okay.
out there.
Okay, well then I'm definitely digging it.
It wasn't shit, by the way. We're just joking around.
Yeah, I actually
It's all
liked
good.
it.
It's all good. But yes, it's all going down faster than Amber Heard at Coachella here on the program, Boys and Girls 2023, off to a bang, as you know it. And Mike, the world is at each other's throats yet again. And I've been talking about this sort of conflict for a while now. Every past show I've been mentioning this sort of situation. And now we have this sort of Chinese surveillance weather balloon out there. It's pretty nuts, right?
Unbelievable.
Is it really, Mike?
Well, it just goes to show you the lack of leadership we have and the absolute. They're just pussies. They're such pussies. They really are. And what's being how do I say this? What is being allowed to happen in this country as a result of oh, I'm sorry, hit the mic. As a result of poor leadership, I'm not surprised. Everything is shit. I'm so fed up with politics. I am even more fed up with politicians. I'm sick of them. I'm sick of it. It's disgusting what's happening.
It really is. And Mike, it's taken a while for you to sort of become, I don't want to say the word, you've been awakened, or now you've sort of realized what's been going on and not buying these official narratives. And, you were someone who believed in the official narrative of 9/11. And I hate to go back to that, but, you're someone that was hit with that since you're pretty much closely affiliated to the New York region. You've been there so many times. You were there as a kid. And of course, during that time and that specific period of our nation's history, you kind of wanted to believe this official narrative. It was being pumped down your throat, very much like what's been going on the last 3 years now, Mike.
And that's correct. I've said this once before, and I'll say it again. I am back to the same mindset that I was in prior to the 4 years I had, which were blissful, and those were years when Trump was running. And I'll tell you why. Like him or hate him, I don't care. You have to admit, Donald J. Trump came in and fucked up the system. He fucked up the politicians, and that's why they hate him. So what I'm getting at is this. I have reverted back to when before he was president. And when King Hussein was destroying the country at the time.
Strong words here tonight.
I thank goodness. Donald J. Trump came in, and again, like him or hate him, I don't care. He gave a solid fist up the ass of politics, and for that you have to give him credit. That's where I'm talking about, man. That's where I'm at. Before he came into office, I was pissed.
You were
Now that he's
angry.
gone, I'm pissed again.
Well, he's coming back, Mike.
So they say. But I got to tell you, Michael, not to get off the topic here, but the fact that he's been disrespecting DeSantis in Florida is not good. This is a man who supported DeSantis in Florida, and now he's saying that, oh, look at his back record. He's a backbench, or he's a globalist. I mean, you supported the guy. Why would you say that about him? You know? So I don't know. It looks like Trump may be shooting himself in the foot.
You think so?
Well, based on saying, look, right now,
It's all politics, though. You know, they all say
I know,
these things.
I know.
Yeah.
But I'm sure you'll agree with me when I say this. And I've said it before. The Republicans are pussies, okay? They need to get their shit together and start playing dirty like the irresponsible, anti-American, hypocritical, lying, left-wing pricks that are destroying this country. The Republicans, if they really believe in this country and want to get it back on track, they better get their shit together. I'm sick and tired of both sides. I really am. I'm sick of it. I'm sick and tired of hearing, oh, we're gonna work together in nonpartisanship,
Right.
whatever.
Yes.
Oh, we're gonna work together. They're all full of shit. Every one of them. I'm sick of them.
Well, I don't blame you for feeling that way. It's hard to trust any of these people, no matter what side you like. The left, the right, the middle.
Yeah.
They're all full of shit to a certain extent. That's a fact.
I've been losing sleep over it. I really have. It's just so frustrating to see the insanity that is happening in this country. You just mentioned before, look at this goddamn Chinese spy balloon floating over our country. And what do? Nothing.
Yeah, we decided not to shoot it down.
Oh, let's not shoot it down. Oh, we don't want to offend anybody. Fuck you.
Yeah, we can't shoot it down, which is ridiculous. I think we should shoot it down, but they're saying, well, there would be debris and it would hurt people. It might fall on someone's house.
How much land is out in Montana and those countries out there, Idaho, and all those countries, lots of land. So if you shoot that stupid thing down, the chances of it hitting, look, you got better chances of a meteor knocking you in the head than this stupid spy balloon. Come on.
Yes, a spy balloon. It's been used before. And I guess they're using it again. But yes, I think that's kind of like an act of war, in my opinion.
Absolutely. Thank you very much.
I feel like it is, but other people out there don't really feel like that at all. But I certainly do.
They said it on the news. The politicians said, oh, well, it doesn't pose a threat. It doesn't pose a threat. It's a spy balloon. How does it not pose a threat? It went over Montana where we have, I think it's 4 of the 4 nuclear arsenals there.
Yeah, it did go over some rather sensitive sites, if I recall correctly. But again, our government seems to not really care all that much.
Nope, they don't care.
By the way,
they want to bring the system down.
By the way, we are taking calls here tonight. If you do want to call in, that number is 424-666-2425. Don't be afraid. Some people out there are afraid to call that number, Mike, believe it or not.
This is true.
Isn't that kind of embarrassing?
For them, maybe.
It's like, it's just a number. It's just a damn number. Why are you afraid of a goddamn phone number? They must be superstitious. I don't know.
I think they just want to hear us talk because we have such great voices.
We have such great, charming personalities.
Exactly, a sexy voice.
Well, some people don't like that. They hate us. They hate me. They hate you. They hate the show.
They hate you more than they hate me.
That's true. You're not telling any lies.
Oh, goodness.
But hey, you faced the backlash too with some of your your followers, rather.
Oh, yeah, I know. I've lost a lot of fans and friends and people that
family,
people
really,
who used to be friends with me, and
they heard the show.
I wouldn't say it's because of the show.
It is. Right? Yeah, I would blame the show.
Well, no, I don't blame the show. I
I
think
mean,
it's
I
just
would.
because the fact that I
Yeah.
voice my opinion through these airwaves, and it's through you who
Oh,
have given me the opportunity to voice my opinion.
I get
And
blamed
when
for
I speak,
everything, by the way. It's always my fault. Amazing.
amazing.
It really is. It really is. And I'm glad all of you are out there hanging out and enjoying tonight's festive evening so far here. We just started. But yes, the newer listeners out there, if you just found this program, please subscribe to us. And of course, go to Rumble just in case this show gets taken down. Always a possibility with the commies out there, Mike.
It's either the commies or the comments
The
that we
comments.
make.
That's true. That's true, Mike. And of course, earlier I mentioned how these strange winds are affecting everyone out here in California on the road. People walking by, everyone is angry. And it's not just the radical homosexuals out here in California. It's everyone, Mike.
Hmm.
That was a bit of a joke and you didn't laugh.
I heard. I'm laughing. I got a big smile on my face.
Okay,
You said it, but I didn't laugh out loud.
that's good. Good man. You sold it well. I appreciate that, Mike. I really do. But yes, again, apologies to everyone out there. I know we've been having some tech issues here, and that happens every now and then, but we are back, sort of, once the internet allows us to. Sometimes it's really bad out here where I am now.
Is it now?
In this remote location, yes.
Huh.
Yeah, so I mean, keep your fingers crossed.
I will.
Yeah, so far so good. No weather balloons have killed me yet, so I'm good.
They haven't spied
Yeah,
on
they
you
haven't
yet?
spied on me yet. They're probably watching me shower now. Some Asian out there.
They want the extremely confidential documents and information that we spew out on this show.
Oh, of course. It's all vital. It really is. So, Mike Trump, back in the game, as you well know, Mike. I've always been highly critical of one Donald J. Trump since the beginning, but I've always been diaphanously clear why I have. I don't need to revert back and start talking about that here, but, you know, he is running again. And to be honest with you, Mike, I didn't think he would be. I didn't think he wanted that headache again, but obviously he does.
He feels he deserves it. I gotta say, I feel he deserves it too. However, as I just mentioned, I think he's shooting himself in the foot because if he's going to run against these people, like I think Ted Cruz is going to run,
Well, Ted
uh,
Cruz
I
stinks. I mean, get rid of him.
whatever the case,
Ooh,
whatever.
Ted
All I'm saying is
Cruz.
this: you know, when he ran in 2016, he chewed all their heads off, and you know what? I'm okay with that. But he's got to work with these people, and I think it's time to stop with the insults and stop with the holier than thou attitude and start start doing work that will allow him to how would I say this, not get distracted by cutting everybody else to shreds. I mean, he's
Right.
got a good point. Left and right, they're all corrupt.
They're all very corrupt. All of them.
But I got to tell you, I have seriously considered that if and there's no fact about this yet, but if DeSantis decides to run, I think he's going to give Trump a run for his money. I seriously do.
Should be rather interesting. But I didn't think the man would be running. I didn't even think he had a remote chance to actually become the president again. But there's lots of buts there. But I've been listening to his new campaign videos, and I have to admit, holy shit, he's got a chance to win again, Mike. He's got a chance to win.
It's very possible, and I hope he does. I really do. I want to see him get this country. And you know what? He's got nothing to lose. If he comes up again for another 4 years, he could rip through these pieces of shit like they're pieces of shit.
Wow. Well, he's coming in hot, Mike, by the way.
Yeah,
If you did
yeah.
not know that already, I'm not sure if you've been watching any of his campaign videos, but he is going hard.
Good. And he's right. He's been right on everything he said. Everything. Everything he predicted that would happen when Biden took over has happened. Oh, by the way, did you hear that Communist Harris is considering, or I think is running for president?
Oh God.
Idiot.
You
What
know
an
that's not
idiot.
going to happen, Mike. Come on.
She's, if the black culture does not see what a friggin' idiot she is, and the women don't see what a friggin' idiot she is, they're just as stupid as the people who voted John Fetterman in for Pennsylvania.
Oh, they're not going to vote for her.
I hope not.
Oh, they're not.
She's
Trust
a
me.
moron.
America's not ready for a female president. I hate to say that, Mike, but America is not.
Well, be that as it may,
I'm not trying to sound sexist here, by the way. I'm just being
I understand.
realistic with
what
the
you're
listeners
saying.
out there.
I totally get it.
I just think America will not have that right now for, whatever reason.
And again, like I was just going to say, be that as it may, the fact is the Democrat Party will try to push a black female for president.
Right. Well,
Why?
yeah, I believe that.
Because of the aesthetics of it. They want to say, look how diverse we are. They don't care about if she's if God forbid, if Communist Harris ran and won, she would have only won for the color of her skin and the organs between her legs. That's it. Because she's a fucking moron.
I think that's hilarious, by the way. Communist Harris.
Yep, that's what she is. This is a woman who during the whole BLM rioting, there was a situation in which a black guy had raped a woman in a bed where her child was sleeping, multiple occasions would beat her, so on and so forth. And when he got arrested, Communist Harris went to visit him. She didn't go to the woman who was raped. She went to visit the guy who was arrested. That's the kind of person she is.
I hear you. Yeah, that's pretty bad.
So,
that is pretty bad.
Her.
Someone in the chat said, "I heard Mike Obama, not Harris." Where did you pluck that from? They're asking.
Wait, what? What?
They're asking. They're wondering about Harris. They have not heard about her being the chosen one.
Oh, well, you know what? Then maybe I'm wrong, because I heard that she was going to run.
Who said that?
If I'm wrong, then I stand corrected.
Yeah, we don't know yet, but it might be someone that they're going to be pushing. But yes, Mike Obama. Are you referring to Michelle Obama? I think that's
Yeah, I think I was going to say that too, and they beat us to it.
Big Mike.
Michael Obama.
Big Mama Michelle.
Oh my God! Thank you, Roman.
Yes, Big Mike.
Hey, can I give a shout out?
No.
Okay.
No, go ahead. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I just wanted to say thank you, Skip.
Much
thank you,
love,
Skip,
yes.
for your support and
yes, we supports you, supports me, supports the program.
Absolutely.
We thank all of you out there for hanging out with us and keeping the show. If you guys don't show up, then we're not going to do the show. We need you guys to be here and listen away. Without you guys being in the show, in the chat room here, participating here, the show's dead, really.
That's right. And you guys all know that I always thank all of you, but I wanted to give a special shout out and a thank you to Skip for a little something.
You should paint him a picture, Mike.
I don't have to. I'll just print him one and I'll send it to him.
Yeah. That'd be nice of you.
I need an address though. I don't have an address.
Yes, we'll get you an address and we'll definitely send him a nice painting there.
I would love to.
Yes,
I would love to.
Mike's a very talented painter, by the way. He sent me a few paintings he's done. Quite impressive, really. But yes, we've digressed there.
Thank you. It's totally true. I'm really great as an artist. No, I'm just kidding.
Yes, it's true. He's not bad, folks. But yes, going back to one Donald J. Trump, I do have a video here. I just found it. I thought we can play it. And if I recall correctly, well, Mike, if he starts going this way, I'm thinking he might win. He might have a chance.
All right.
Here we go.
All right.
The left-wing gender insanity being pushed on our children is an act of child abuse. Very simple. Here's my plan to stop the chemical, physical, and emotional mutilation of our youth. On day one, I will revoke Joe Biden's cruel policies on so-called gender-affirming care. Ridiculous. A process that includes giving kids puberty blockers, mutating their physical appearance, and ultimately performing surgery on minor children. Can you believe this? I will sign a new executive order instructing every federal agency to cease all programs that promote the concept of sex and gender transition at any age. I will then ask Congress to permanently stop federal taxpayer dollars from being used to promote or pay for these procedures and pass a law prohibiting child sexual mutilation in all 50 states. It'll go very quickly. I will declare that any hospital or healthcare provider that participates in the chemical or physical mutilation of minor youth will no longer meet federal health and safety standards for Medicaid and Medicare and will be terminated from the program immediately. Furthermore, I will support the creation of a private right of action for victims to sue doctors who have unforgivably performed these procedures on minor children. The Department of Justice will investigate Big Pharma and the big hospital networks to determine whether they have deliberately covered up horrific long-term side effects of sex transitions in order to get rich at the expense of vulnerable patients, in this case, very vulnerable. We will also investigate whether Big Pharma or others have illegally marketed hormones and puberty blockers, which are in no way licensed or approved for this use. My Department of Education will inform states and school districts that if any teacher or school official suggests to a child that they could be trapped in the wrong body, they will be faced with severe consequences, including potential civil rights violations for sex discrimination and the elimination of federal funding. As part of our new credentialing body for teachers, we will promote positive education about the nuclear family, the roles of mothers and fathers, and celebrating rather than erasing the things that make men and women different and unique. I will ask Congress to pass a bill establishing that the only genders recognized by the United States government are male and female, and they are assigned at birth. The bill will also make clear that Title IX prohibits men from participating in women's sports, and we will protect the rights of parents from being forced to allow their minor child to assume a gender which is new and an identity without the parents' consent. The identity will not be new, and it will not be without parental consent. No serious country should be telling its children that they were born with the wrong gender, a concept that was never heard of in all of human history. Nobody's ever heard of this, what's happening today. It was all when the radical left invented it just a few years ago. Under my leadership, this madness will end. Thank you very much.
A few years ago. Sorry.
Bravo.
I was trying to imitate Trump the way he talks. He's like, a few years ago.
China.
Yes, China. Mike, holy shit.
He's right. He's right.
So
what they are doing, listen, Michael, what they are doing to children today is a disgrace. I don't care if you're gay. I don't care if you like men or women. You know, you want to swallow poles and lick rugs, go right ahead. I don't care. But when you start changing your physical anatomy, especially at age 13, 15, 18, you are making a mistake. You're still young. You need to understand that you are still young. You have to live. I didn't know who I was until I was 25 years old. Had I made that mistake, if I was gay and I had made the mistake of getting hormone injections or even, God forbid, boobs or a vagina.
Yeah, Mike went through an experimental phase. You know, he went down on a few guys and realized he wasn't gay after all. At least that's what I heard, but I could be given false information here. You never know.
I heard that. I heard that too.
You heard that too?
I heard it too. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
going
sorry.
around.
It's a rumor.
But listen,
Go ahead.
I just want to add one thing to the comment, and I know it's a little bit off Trump, but it's kind of associated with what we're talking about. Today, it was today or yesterday? I think it was today. Now you know I'm pro-choice. Okay, you know I'm pro-choice.
Of course,
and you
I
know
mean,
that I.
It's 2023. Why wouldn't you be pro-choice?
Okay, I'm
Go
I'm
ahead.
trying to make sure that you I want to
I'm with
explain
you.
this before I say what I'm going to say.
Oh no.
I'm pro-choice.
Here we go.
And I'm not a Christian. Okay. There were these kids who were pro-life. They went to a rally today. I believe it was in D.C. And they had these hats on that said something like Rosary, St. Mary Rosary. I don't know the name of their school. And they were wearing these hats, and they went down for this pro-life rally, if you will. They went after they were done. These kids, a couple of them, went into a museum, and they were told that they couldn't wear their hats inside the museum, but everybody else could, but they can't.
Were they wearing a yarmulke?
Now, no.
Oh, okay.
They had these hats that said something like the Rosary or pro-life. I don't remember what they said. The point is, they were picked out. Okay. Now, if it was somebody else that came in with a BLM hat, they wouldn't give a damn rat's ass if
I
you were
see.
wearing that. And there were other people there. I believe the Gay Pride rally was down in D.C. as well today, and there were several people in the museum wearing all this apparel for Gay Pride. Again, I don't care. The point is, these people who were pro-life Christians, both of which I am not, they were immediately picked out because their ideology did not meet the ideology of the museum. They were also harassed verbally by the security guards, who then threw them out. Now they have a major lawsuit pending against them. What am I going towards? This. I'm all about freedom of speech, which is what makes this country so wonderful. And these people were told that they couldn't wear their hats and express their meaning.
Where was this,
That
by the way?
is
I'm sorry to ask.
If I'm correct, I believe it was in D.C., but I don't know if the kids were from D.C.
Ah, okay.
Well, all I know is that they were at a pro-life rally. They went to a museum afterwards, and that's when they got harassed.
Oh, okay. It was a Catholic school student, by the way.
Yes, several, I believe, several. And they all got thrown out of the museum for wearing these hats. That's like you wearing a Make America Great Again hat, and you go somewhere and they tell you can't wear it, like a Starbucks or something.
Well, that's not nice.
Well, it's because it's offensive,
Oh,
and everybody's
offensive.
their little peepee gets so it gets so sensitive, and they can't be talked to like that, and they can't see things because they need a puppy to pet, and they got to be in a quiet room. This is the mentality of the morons that we have in this world today.
Do you lose
Let me
any
rephrase it.
respect for people that you see that have like one of those, emotional support, dog, whatever animal, bird, what have you? Do you think those people are a little outrageous with that? Where do you stand, Mike?
That's a very good question. That's a whole topic. Like, we could do a whole show on that.
Pretty much.
But what I will say is this: being an animal lover that I am, I think there's a line. Like, for example, I've heard of people taking goats on a plane.
Ooh,
and
a goat?
claiming that it's a what do you call it? A emotional
Support.
What do they call it?
An emotional support
emotional
animal,
support
whatever.
animal.
Yes.
I think that's kind of stupid.
And someone brought
I
a
think
goat.
Somebody even I've heard Great Danes. I've heard cats. I mean,
Well, I could see a cat, but I mean a goat. That's like that's pretty
That's just
far out
silly.
there.
That's what I'm saying.
Were they Muslim by any chance?
Speaking of Muslims,
It'd be kind of hard to go through an airport being Muslim, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
or even Asian nowadays.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah, try being
beat it.
Asian now and flying. They'll be checking you for a gun.
Is that so?
Well, no, I'm just making light of what happened over at Monterey Park out here in California. It's a big Asian community.
What happened?
That means the driving's terrible. Well, there's a shooting.
Blindfold them with dental floss.
There's a mass shooting, Mike. Back to back.
Oh, I heard about
string
that. Yeah,
shootings.
yeah.
And they were Asian. It's the most unusual thing I ever heard of. And again, I'm not trying to be, using race here, but usually Asians, you don't really hear of many Asians, especially elder ones, going out there and shooting up the place.
Yep.
That is pretty wild.
It is.
That is pretty paranormal. You don't hear about that too often, Mike.
No, you don't.
Hell no. Hell no. That's like that's like me telling you that I'm gonna go deep sea fishing. That's out of control.
Is that something Mexicans don't do?
No, hell no. No.
Oh.
I think people are out of their minds. I think anyone going deep sea fishing is out of their minds, by the way.
I just don't like deep sea fishing because I don't like being on any type of boat that's over vast amounts of water.
Yeah, my mind is, I have a creative mind. I'll think of 20 different ways I'm going to die on a boat or on the sea. I mean, screw that.
You and me both, man. You and me both.
Yeah.
I am deathly afraid of the ocean.
Someone had invited me several years ago to do some sort of gig out on one of these sea cruises, Mike, and even free, I thought, hell no. It was a paid gig too, and I said, hell no, I ain't going out there.
There's only one reason I would want to go on a cruise, and that is to get away from all the light pollution and get a visual, I should say, of the Milky Way. That's the only reason I would want to go on a boat out into the sea.
By the way, someone in the chat is asking, where is Mike's emotional support bird?
He's here.
He's out downstairs. There. He's quiet.
Yep, he's here. Sergeant is here. That's the parrot. Samuel is here, the cockatiel, and Sky, the little parakeet.
Very nice.
Got tumors on his wings.
Oh shit.
Yeah, he may not be long for this world.
Well, I'm very sad to hear that, Mike. I'm sorry about the bird.
Thank you. Me too.
By the way, E-Talkin, rather. I was going to say E.T. Talkin, but his name is E-Talkin. Says, I like deep sea fisting.
Dang.
I guess you can get away with that on international waters, if you fist someone out in the ocean, and they probably die through with your fist inside of them, throw them overboard, and get away with it. I don't know.
Oh, plenty of Crisco.
I don't know what the elites do anymore. I don't know what Hunter Biden is up to these days. I'm sure he goes out in deep sea cruises all the time.
Yeah, I'm. When you're ready, I've got a topic on him too.
Oh no. Well, we have a lot of things to talk about here tonight. We'll have some fun. We'll do the serious stuff, and then we'll go back to the fun stuff here, Mike. If you want to take us down a serious avenue here, aside from the deep sea fisting, I'd be more than willing to hear this.
What, my little rant on Hunter?
On Hunter Biden, yes. So, and of course, he's paid his assistant thousands of dollars for filthy sex chats. They would go online and he would tell her what he wants her to do, what position to be in, touch herself downstairs, touch her cooch.
Yep.
As they say in the streets.
Her mufa.
Her mufa. Whatever that means. But yes.
Or hey, nani.
Right. So, Mike, this was a really strange relationship he had with his legal assistant. And, that's one of the things that have come to light just recently. I was going to say come to light, but more like come to life as we'd like to say here on this program, and Mike, go ahead and start us off here as we talk about the strange Biden family.
Well,
Very strange.
ultimately, what I've been hearing is that Hunter and his lawyers are basically out for blood. They want to, from what I understand, what I heard was they want to sue the Trump children, if I'm correct, for the misuse of advertising or using the whole computer thing for promotion against him and promotion for them. So this, now, mind you, this is a guy who left a laptop at a repair shop. The laptop had footage of him smoking crack cocaine multiple times,
Yeah.
videos,
What's
pictures,
wrong with that? What's wrong
so
with
on and
that,
so forth.
Mike?
That's right.
Why does that bother you, Mike,
he-
that he smokes crack?
No, well, but there's also footage of him with hookers. I mean, this is a guy who is
Can you even imagine that?
has been working to get money for his father, and there's proof of it. There's videos, there are emails. I mean, the proof is there. What these people who are protecting him? That goes for both personal, political, and the media. Are you that stupid? Are you really that stupid that you think the American people don't see the facts that have been put out as plain as day? So my point is this: how does this guy and his lawyers? Well, I already answered the question. They're all hypocrites and liars. But how do they get off thinking that they're going to? Yeah, there you go.
Oh, they get
There you
off
go.
all right. Don't worry.
They get off
Oh,
thinking
they get off.
that they can sue the opposing team, in this case Trump's kids, and anybody else who disagrees with them. But the guy's been caught red-handed in underhanded affairs with China, Russia, Ukraine, and yet they're like, "Oh, we didn't do it. We didn't do it." The biggest lie, the Biden family are the biggest bunch of criminals in politics as of today.
That's right.
I rest my case.
Yeah, and just look at the Chinese surveillance balloon that's floating over America right now. Do you think that's an accident?
Yeah.
I think I think they already knew that it was going to happen way beforehand.
And what you just said, it's an act of war.
That we've allowed to happen, though. You know
That's
why?
right.
Because our president has deals with China. And so does the
Exactly.
first son.
And
So, I mean, is anyone really surprised that there's a Chinese spy balloon above the northern skies here in America? I mean, come on. I know I'm not. I mean, people were up in arms
up by
about it. But
Montana.
yeah, people were up in arms about it. But I think, I mean, the Bidens have been doing these deals with China. So I'm pretty sure our government has already known what was going to happen. And that's why we're seeing this occur right now in real time. You could thank Hunter and his dad.
Mhm.
They sold
This
us
is the
out.
This is the biggest group of left-wing pussies and hypocritical liars probably to take office. They're disgusting. They really are.
Well, you have no argument from me on that. I mean, I wish I could disagree with you to make this much more of a fun show where people are arguing, but unfortunately, Mike, I am on your side on this one.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, you like that? I'm joking, of course, but yeah, things are more fun when people are arguing, of course. But I think this is a topic that we can all agree on, like a big, happy, dysfunctional family, a big, happy, crack-smoking Biden family. There's a photo of him right there in the bathtub, looking high as ever.
Yep.
My God.
What a piece of shit, honestly. What a piece of shit.
What a life.
Yeah. And it's amazing
But do you
how
blame
they
them,
just
though?
get away with it.
But do you blame them? I mean, they have the feds in their back pocket. They're making these international deals. They're smoking crack. They're banging minors. They're doing it all, Mike. They're insane.
No, it's disgusting.
It's really unfortunate, really.
And it just goes to show you the difference between what they get as punishment and what we get as punishment. What happened to Hillary? Nothing. What happened to how come Biden didn't have a raid on his home or the garage, whatever the fuck it was that he had those documents in? How come King Hussein never got raided by the FBI? How come Pence didn't get raided by the FBI? Because there's a double standard. And what they're doing is they have weaponized the FBI, the DOJ, the CIA, and whoever the fuck else that they've got in their pockets. So, oh my God, just I hate these people.
Right. Right. E-Talkin says United States of Central Intelligence. I agree.
Mm-hmm.
I would admit Biden is much worse than Trump. That's what E-Talking is saying. And yeah, Biden, the Biden family, they are worse than, I would say, almost worse than the Clintons. And that's really saying something, Mike.
That's saying something
That
a
is
lot.
really saying something.
I
Yeah.
agree with you. I agree with you. And I think what really makes the big difference here is that they've been caught. The Bidens have been caught red-handed. You know, the Clintons were sneaky about it.
Well, not them.
Bidens are I think they got cooked because they're so stupid.
They just don't care.
No, they don't.
And
they've got everybody on their side, which is disgusting.
My God. Yeah, they got the feds in their back pocket.
Mm-hmm.
They're good politicians.
How do you work that out, Michael?
Well, they play the game right. That's the problem.
No. But what I'm saying is, how do you work this out? Let's just say we get another, a better president. How do you fix it? Do you fire everybody in the FBI? Do you fire everybody in the DOJ? Who do you wipe out?
Good question. And that's why a lot of people in America don't trust the government here.
I'm
I mean, how can you?
Man. Over it.
Creative. What's your name here? I can't even see it now. I can't even. Yeah, Creative Accidents. That's who it is. He says Biden calls son Hunter smartest guy I know.
An idiot.
That's what he's saying.
I guess you'd say anything about your son. I mean, there are fathers who say that they love their son who's in jail for murdering 45 people and raping children, but they'll still say, "Well, he's my son, so I still love him."
They got the they got the FBI in their back pocket. They made some good moves. They're not that dumb.
And the IRS.
Yeah, they got a lot of people roped in there. Again, they're not dumb.
Nope.
No, so I agree with that. Maybe not the smartest guy. Maybe Biden. He thinks his son is the smartest guy, but definitely not the smartest. Maybe one of the ballsiest, but not the smartest. No. Not at all. And that's from the big guy, Joe Biden. I mean, I still can't believe he's the president, Mike. I mean, wake me up.
Yep. 47 years of doing nothing in politics.
47 years. Is that really? Is that true? 47 years?
That's true.
God
47
damn.
years before he became president and took the seat in the Oval Office. And he did nothing for 47 years except for make racial comments and so on and so forth. And the idiots voted for him anyway. As I said, they're as stupid as the people in Pennsylvania who voted for John fucking Fetterman, another fucking idiot.
How is that even possible?
I'll tell you, man, that day Fetterman won, I woke up, I'm like, I'm dreaming. This is not true. How did they vote for a man who can barely speak as a result of a stroke and completely lied right on television in front of everybody. In addition to this new trend on the left where they don't want to debate anybody. I mean, that's what that's what being a candidate is all about. You debate your opponent so that your people can see you're smarter than they are. But they don't want to debate anybody because they know what they're doing. They're a bunch of fucking Marxists.
Amazing. By the way, we're being called communist right now.
We are?
Yeah. We're part of the Communist Party, they're saying. I'm sure I think that's a bit of a joke.
I think I see JF Weed Master is saying poor Mike, boo-hoo.
He's probably smoking meth. That's what I'm thinking. No, he's probably not, but we appreciate that.
But I am.
Well, Mike probably is smoking meth right now. You never know. He is out there where they probably do that out there. Is there a meth problem out there, Mike?
Oh, yeah, right across the street, the guy makes meth.
Are you serious?
No, of course not. What are you, crazy?
Well, what is going on? What kind of drugs are running rampant out there in your area? Because, I mean, meth dominates everything there.
I have no idea. I have not seen one person that even smokes pot out. Well, that's a lie. But I haven't seen many people out here that do anything other than smoke weed and drink. You know what it is? There are a lot of people out here who, and it makes me sick, like so many men and women who they smoke and they drink and they're fat and, I mean, they're not fat because they've got a problem from overeating, but, because they drink all the time and they don't dress pretty.
They don't dress pretty. They're very homely.
Well, the women don't do anything with their hair and they wear sweatpants and, it makes me want to go back to Jersey. At least in Jersey, there were hot girls there.
There was hot Italian women for you there, Mike?
Oh, there were all kinds of women there. But at least they knew how to dress and, present themselves. But I'm being very shallow. I should probably shut up about that.
Mike, you need to pull it back. No, I think you could say that. I think that's fair game. You can say that.
Okay. Well, yeah. I don't get my tires slashed or anything out here.
Oh, well, that's good, Mike. That's good. I'm glad your tires are not being slashed. I'm glad no one's leaving rocks at your front door anymore.
Hey, by the way, did you hear about Tlaib?
Tlaib?
Yeah.
Who's that Muslim?
Is she the congresswoman? Isn't she a congresswoman?
I don't know. Who is that?
Tlaib.
I thought you were talking about I thought you were talking about some sort of rap group.
No, she's a Muslim. I believe she's a Muslim. Yeah, she's one of the Magnificent Five. Her, Ayok, and the other couple of other ones. But Tlaib, who is very much an anti-Semite, as well as an anti-American.
What's wrong with that? I think you have an American right to be anti-Semitic. I mean, I think it's a God-given right by those here in the United States. I think you can freely be anti anything out there nowadays. I think it's more than acceptable, Mike.
I think what I'm trying to say, excuse me, what I'm trying to say here is, as a politician,
we're getting in trouble for that.
It's as a politician, it's kind of frowned upon. I mean, you do want a politician who's not going to be a racist. I mean, that's
no, of course not.
Obvious.
You're right.
But at the same time, she's now bitching and complaining because of all the anti-Semitic, anti-American comments that she's made.
I know who you're talking about, by the way.
Yeah, I can't remember her last name, whatever it is, or her first name. But this is the woman who married her brother. And as I said, is an anti-Semite, anti-American, and they want to kick her out, and she's crying and complaining. This is only because I'm a black woman Muslim, and people are so afraid of something different. You know what? Fuck you. Okay, this country is the least racist country in the world, and you should be kissing our ass because you're a congresswoman in this country and you weren't even born in this country. You married your fucking brother to come here. Okay? So you want to talk about things that are wrong? I think marrying your brother is wrong.
You're talking about Ilhan Omar.
Talib.
Yeah.
Yeah, Talib. Omar Talib, is that it?
No, I think it's Ilhan Omar. Is that who you're referring to?
Is it? Then I stand corrected. She's a see you next Tuesday.
Yes, I recall hearing about this, but they're claiming that there's no. She didn't marry her brother. It's a unproven sort of thing. They're saying, according to this website, businessinsider.com, is stating that that's an unproven sort of thing. But wouldn't surprise me. It wouldn't surprise me if that's the case, Mike.
Yeah. I don't know, man.
I mean, that's very American, to go out with your cousin. That's why I always think that people would actually support Hunter Biden if he would run for president. They'd say, well, he banged his brother's wife, the widow. He's
the widow.
Slept with the niece. He's like me.
Wait.
That's what people are saying.
Did you say he slept with his niece?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
I've been saying that for a while here.
I wasn't listening.
You must have been asleep.
I was probably mad at you.
You're probably angry. You were being anti-Semitic over there. You were a homophobe, an anti-Semite.
Oh, I was an anti-Mexican.
You were an anti-Hispanic. You were anti a lot of things out there, Mike.
I am anti.
I'm anti-life. Pro-death.
I am. I'm pro-death, dude. I got a patch that's on one of my hoodies. It says pro-death.
Are you? You're pro-death?
I am, totally. We need to kill more people.
Well, I'm not exactly against that.
I think most, it cracks me up, these prisoners who get death sentences, and then they're on, Skid Row for, what?
The
25 years?
Rest of their lives? Yeah.
For the rest of their lives. Yeah.
Pretty much.
You got a death sentence, but you're just going to live in a private cell for the rest of your life.
Ooh, Skid Row. Again, you don't want to go out there. For anyone who wants to go out there, you are out of your mind. You don't want to go to Skid Row. Ever. Not where you want to be, I'm telling you. But Mike, again, we were just talking about Trump here earlier. And I know he's got beef with Ron DeSantis out in Florida, but he's really grown on me lately.
Who, DeSantis?
Yeah, he kind of has.
Me too. I mean, this is a guy who can keep his decor. He can keep his calm, and he handles things well. He's done a hell of a lot for Florida. Florida is like the #1 state in this country right now. And they've been calling him America's governor. Oh
no, America's governor.
Well, he's doing the right thing. Look what he's done, man.
It's too
close. Lot of great things.
It's too close to Rudy Giuliani's moniker.
Well, I don't know much about Giuliani.
I don't want to know any more about Giuliani. I'm done with the Giuliani train here. He needs to go away.
Giuliani?
Yeah, he just needs to go away already. I want him gone. Who do I have to talk to? Who do we got to talk to get rid of him, Mike?
I'll talk to my black Italian friends.
We got to, we got to take him out to the dock.
Cement shoes
and sleeping with the fishes.
Oh.
Well, now we're going to jail. Show's over. Good night, folks. We're done.
Good night.
Good night. There's the bird.
We're out of here. That was the parakeet.
All right, nice. But yeah, going back to what I'm saying, Ron DeSantis out of Florida, he's really grown on me. I really do feel it's time to, adopt that legislation that he's pushing out in Florida right now in regards to convicted child rapists, by the way, Mike.
Yes.
I'm down
yes,
with the
yes.
legislation would limit those eligible for release prior to first appearance and would reform Florida's death penalty statute to ensure that those convicted of the most heinous crimes are punished accordingly. And Mike, I think it's time. Even that is a little too light for me. I mean, there shouldn't be any kind of trial or, well,
Nope.
actually, maybe we should have a trial. That's going a
No,
little too
no,
far.
of course, a trial. You got to
A
make sure you
trial,
got
yes.
the guy
A
convicted.
trial, but no sort of life sentence. I'm thinking
No,
execution.
absolutely. I've always felt this way. If you take a life, that is the ultimate crime. And I believe sincerely, well, let me rephrase that. If you take a life, an innocent life, through a crime, an act of crime or something like that, not in self-defense, that's a different story. So I'm talking about first-degree murder. If you do that, I sincerely believe that you should not be on this earth anymore. An eye for an eye.
Well, I agree. No excuses. Just sentenced to death. No life in
Right.
prison. No tax dollars being spent on keeping
Exactly.
these people alive. Yeah, that might sound harsh, but raping a child should automatically get you a one-way ticket to a firing squad.
Well, here's what gets me about the Democrats. They're all about abortion. They got no problem killing babies up until the minute they're born. But a fucking criminal who massacres a bunch of people stays in life and, oh, you got to give him his rights. You know, he's human.
They
Well,
can be
yeah, he killed
reformed,
a bunch
Mike.
of humans.
They can be reformed. Don't worry,
Fucking
Mike.
kill him, man. Fucking kill him.
We'll get them back in the system. All is good, Mike. They're not going to hurt a fly again. They learned their lesson.
Oh, yeah. How many times has that happened where they let him out and then they go out and either rape somebody
Yeah.
or kill somebody?
That's pretty funny. Ooh, brutal. But yes, I think if you rape a child, that should automatically get you fried or firing squad, even hung
Easily.
by a tree. Who knows?
Easily.
My God. He must be put down like one of Michael Vick's pit bulls.
How about the spokesperson for the president? What's her name? Pierre or something? What the hell's her name? The pretty black chick who lies to everybody when they do a press conference. The president.
Yeah,
Have you seen her lately? She's a moron.
you're talking about Karen Jean-Pierre.
Yeah, Pierre.
Mm-hmm.
She just sits there
I've
and
seen her.
tells everybody, well, I can't answer that question.
If
And then she
if Don Imus was alive, he would probably have called her a nappy-headed hoe already. I think that's what our friend Don Imus would have said about her.
as pretty as I think she is.
She's a pretty woman.
She's beautiful. I think she's gorgeous, but I think she's a fucking moron.
But do you think she's an idiot?
Well, I think she's an idiot because she lies. She blatantly lies to the press, and she doesn't answer questions that they ask her.
Well, see, Mike, we just answered.
Hang on, I was just
Oh,
saying,
go ahead,
the
sorry.
guy from Africa. The guy from
Yes.
Africa went to ask her a question, and she wouldn't answer him.
Right. Well, Mike, I'm glad you brought her up. That sort of gets rid of the rumors that you are a racist.
What? Because I think Pierre is hot?
Yeah.
Of course,
That
man.
defeats anyone out there who might have thought that about you. Mike is not racist at all.
Now, if anybody thought that, they're an idiot
Well,
themselves.
there's lots of idiots out there, Mike.
Yeah. Now, I've never been a racist person. I'll say what I want. I'll dislike who I want, and it has nothing to do with skin color or anything like that.
What does it have to do with, Mike?
My testicles.
Your balls.
That's why I think she's hot.
Yeah. Right on, man. Right on.
Ah.
Well, see, that's why I like DeSantis. Again, you know, I think he's right on this one. I think he should be rather strict. Way strict. And I think we need to adopt this sort of thing throughout America.
Indeed.
I like him. He's growing on me, I'm telling you. I didn't like him before, but now I do. I'm on board.
I I'm so torn between him and Trump. I really am. And the funny thing is, like, DeSantis hasn't even said whether or not he's going to run for president.
That's true. I'm not backing anyone, but I'm just saying, these two guys, they're pretty entertaining right now, in my opinion. They are entertaining me. More entertaining than Paul Pelosi being knocked out by a hammer.
Oh my God, you saw that? You sent me that footage, I think. Yeah, you sent me that footage.
Oh, yeah.
Man, when he gets clocked,
Ooh.
oh my God.
He took a hammering.
Oh man, it's hammer time.
I can't even play that video without it getting us hit here, but I do have a still image of Paul Pelosi just knocked out cold. He looked like he was also holding a drink in his hand.
Like he's out cold, man.
Oh, he's knocked out. He's snoring.
Is he really?
Yeah, he is snoring in the video. Did you not watch that footage?
I did. When you sent it to me, I watched it like 14 times.
You didn't have that?
Oh my God.
You didn't turn up that audio?
Of course I did, but that's why I'm asking. Was he really snoring?
Well, yeah, when you get knocked out, you're snoring.
I had no idea.
You've never been knocked out?
Only twice.
Oh, but you were knocked out. You would have remembered, but you never seen anyone get knocked out in front of you.
No.
Oh,
I was out.
I've seen many people get knocked out in front of me. And yeah, they snore. Yeah.
That's amazing. I didn't realize that.
It's a terrible video.
It is. It was hard to watch.
It was hard.
When you
Yes.
think about a hammer, the way it's designed, the leverage of the hammer, that metal part coming down and clocking you in the fucking
Holy
head
shit.
it's like wow. That's all I can say is wow.
It's pretty brutal. It is pretty brutal. I mean, you don't really see him hitting him exactly, but you definitely see the aftermath. It didn't look very good. Yeah, you do feel it. You feel bad for the guy.
Yeah, when you see that strike, you know what he's got in his hand, and just like clunk, and you're like, oh man, my head hurts just watching it.
Yeah, that's we're talking about the David DePepe footage here when he assaulted Paul Pelosi. I guess he broke in. There is footage of him breaking in, but it's still a strange sort of video because they're both holding the hammer, and of course, I think he was trying to get that hammer away from him, but he's in his boxers and he has a cold glass in his hand. If somebody was breaking into my house, I don't think I'd be holding a beverage in my hand, basically, especially when someone's trying to attack me with a hammer.
Mm-hmm.
So it doesn't make much sense, in my opinion.
Well, the funny thing is I'm looking at this picture that you have posted here. And then the funny thing is that poor Mr. Pelosi, he's got this guy's legs on top of him.
Yeah.
He's got hit in the fucking head with a hammer. He's like, get this guy's legs off of me in his New Balance sneakers.
Can you imagine getting hit by a hammer?
Oh, never. And
Dude.
The worst, I've always had a fear of the other side of the hammer, the claw, which is
even worse. Jesus. Can you imagine waking up after being hit over the head by a hammer?
Oh my God.
Dude, come on.
If they hit you hard enough and that thing just cracks a hole in your skull,
it's over.
Oh man.
Yeah.
God. What a horrendous. I feel sorry for the guy. I really do.
So do I, man. That is brutal.
It is. As much as I hate his wife.
Ooh. Well, I mean, how can you not hate the wife?
She should have been hit with the hammer.
She should have been hit with a hammer. Matter of fact, I have a photograph of her here in the chat room, and she looks like she got hit by a hammer.
Yeah, in the face.
In the face.
With the claw.
With the claw, yeah. She looks like she was hit with the ugly stick.
What a brutal, brutal woman she is.
She's a very brutal woman. And there's a photograph of her right now in real time, and it's pretty rough. She's going to hammer him.
Look at the sockets of her eyes.
That is a witch. Yikes, folks.
Oh my goodness. I'll never forget that day I told you about. I saw her talking about the ghetto, and she uses the term the hood.
The hood.
Like, you fucking.
She's keeping it real.
Think you are. Just keeping it
Just
real.
keeping it real.
Exactly.
Oof.
Oh, I'm so sick of politicians. They disgust me.
They all
You all
disgust me.
disgust me.
They are the scum of the earth. They really are. And of course, this is a photograph of Mr. Paul Pelosi right here. Without him being knocked out, by the way.
Oh, okay.
Yes, it's not him knocked out. It's just him in a suit. A normal guy.
How old is Mrs. Pelosi? She's like in her 80s, isn't she?
Let's see. How old is Nancy Pelosi, actually? Her official age is 82 years young.
82, and she's still in politics. I'm sorry, man.
Get rid of her.
Time. Yeah, there's got to be time
We
limits.
we gotta
Time
limit.
limit.
We gotta limit it. I mean, we can't have people like her running wild.
No.
She's running wild. Her husband's getting hit over the head by a hammer. I mean, when does the
We got-
insanity stop?
Right. We got a senile man as a president. I mean,
Yeah.
obviously he's a puppet. He's not running the
No,
fucking
of
show.
course not.
But
None
he
of these
certainly
people are.
thinks he is.
I don't think any of them do. It's all pageantry. It's all smoke and mirrors, Mike. It's all
That's a
a
good word.
political masquerade, in my opinion. It's all nonsense.
That was a good description of pageantry.
Yeah,
I like that terminology.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
But yeah, she, she's terrible, Mike. Got to get rid of her.
Oh my God.
No disrespect to our elder listeners out there. We love all of you out there. We are just referring to her character, and she's a witch.
You made a very good point, and no offense to anyone who is a senior citizen
Yes,
of that age.
much respect.
I
There's
respect.
plenty
I respect-
competent, respectable elders out there.
Absolutely.
Oh
But
yeah,
we're talking about politics, and politics should be, in my opinion, run by people who are not at an age where they can fall and break a hip
fair point.
or get senile.
Yes, or senile. That's an important one.
The funny thing is, though, if you think about it, when Trump runs again, he's going to be pushing 80,
He's going to be pretty old too, right?
right? Like I think he's. Don't quote me on this, but I think he's like 74, 76.
How old is Trump? Let's find out. The
He's in his
official
early
age
70s, I think.
of one Donald J. Trump, according to the interwebs, he is 76 years young.
Right. So here we got a guy who is eager. Like, here's a man who barely sleeps. Okay. He works all the time. He kicked ass when he was in the presidency, and he did more things for this country than the last 4 presidents before him. My point is, you got this guy who's pushing 80, and he can do more than Biden could ever do right now.
Yeah, no doubt. No
But
doubt about it.
I still believe in term limits, and even he said it. He said it for, I think, Congress and the Senate. You got to have term limits. Period. Every filthy politician should get term limits. How they get in for life is beyond me.
I got rid of all that, by the way, and we are joined by another caller here, Mike, our first caller of the evening. Let's bring them right on in, Mike, before we forget to do so here tonight. Sometimes I forget, sometimes I don't. Caller, go ahead, you are live.
Hello.
What's going
Am I
on,
live?
brother? How are you? Yes, you are live. Hi.
Hi.
Oh man, I've had so much trouble trying to get a hold of you guys. I kept dialing the wrong number and getting some Indian telling me I got the wrong number,
Oh, shit.
and it was my bad. Reason I'm calling in before I forget is I heard on No Agenda one time, and I haven't heard it again, that the last the new disease was called something that I can't remember, but it links to something that is crazy to me, and I'm sure the other Mike will know what I'm talking about, that the name of it links back to Two-Headed Dog, which Rocky Erickson has a song over. And then I was looking up, because it's been a long time since I've been looking into the music, that the album cover has a 3-headed dog on it, which links back to the two-headed dog thing, which I couldn't tell you exactly what the name of the last variant was, but I thought it was pretty interesting that it links back to some kind of deity or something that's
What, the three-headed dog?
satanic. Yeah, the three-headed dog and two-headed dog.
The three-headed dog, I forget the name of it, but the three-headed dog is when you die and you go to Hades.
Yeah.
There's the three-headed dog is the watchdog, if you will, the three-headed watchdog
Yeah.
that guards the gate into hell. It's in Dante's Inferno. I can't remember the name of it right now, but I know exactly what you're talking about. I think it starts with a C. Servus or something. I can't remember. Cherub,
Yeah, like I said.
Cherubus.
And yes, the two-headed dog thing was what the name of the two-headed dog is, which I couldn't tell you, was the name that on No Agenda they said was the name of the last variant that I heard him talking about. For the only person that ever mentioned was on No Agenda.
I just want to say one
And
thing.
then I looked up,
Asuka,
I looked up what that name was, and then it said two-headed dog, and then that's what got me on the route of. I remember Rocky Erickson, the two-headed dog song, so I looked into that, and then the album cover came up with the three-headed dog, and I was like, wow. But I don't know if there's a link or anything, but it was interesting.
The name of the three-headed dog is Serbius. Thank you,
Right.
Asuka Langley.
Correct.
It's Serbius.
I just looked it up right now.
So I don't know what the association between that and the new disease. What are you talking about? The new virus? Is that what you're referring to?
It was the new variant.
The new variant.
No Agenda brought up.
Yeah.
And I only heard them say the name one time, and nobody else has mentioned that same variant ever again that I've heard of. And I listened to all kinds of podcasts, and I'm up to date on everything that's going on. But it caught my attention, and I was like, wow. I just wanted to call in and tell somebody because I can't get a hold of No Agenda, and just wanted to let it be out there, so maybe there's something to it. I don't know. It was
Understood.
to me.
Very cool, though. Yeah. And I have seen that mentioned before on one of these websites here.
Can I ask the other Michael a question?
Yeah, we could both hear you. Go ahead.
So I don't know because I haven't searched because I don't have a lot of time because of what I do, which I'm just a dumb janitor, but
You're just a dumb janitor. Are you doing math equations out there on the blackboard?
Yeah.
That went over his head, by the way, Mike.
I'm sorry.
You never seen Good Will Hunting?
Actually, I've never seen that.
Oh my Lord. Never mind. Continue.
I'm sorry.
No, it's a movie reference of a. Go ahead. It's okay. Go ahead, caller.
Sorry, I just want to know what your relationship is still with Glenn.
Yeah, Mike. He wants to know what your relationship is to Glenn Danzig. Where do you stand with him? I think that's what he's asking.
Glenn Danzig. I have not spoken to Glenn Danzig since the time I was supposed to go out, or actually supposed to interview him for the DVD for the film that I was doing. I just kind of, you know what, after that, I completely fell out of the music scene, and I just didn't keep in touch with anybody anymore because they all made me sick. So as much as I love Glenn Danzig, I just didn't have time for all the
Hollywood
the
people.
waiting,
Yeah.
the Hollywood shit. I just couldn't deal with it anymore. So I fell back. Got nothing against the guy, and I'm sure I don't make a difference in his life, but he was never bad to me. He was always a cool guy, always respected me, always backed me up, so to speak. So I just don't talk to these people anymore. I've completely retracted from the music industry. Hope that answers your question.
I'm sorry, but my issue with him, which I don't know a lot about what's going on with him now, but I used to love him back in the day when he put out his first few albums, and they were great.
Mm-hmm.
And then it seems like he just turned into some self-centered, I don't want to say any negative words about him. And then his music just went downhill, and I can't even listen to anything anymore that he puts out, any of the newer stuff. That I was so just, he was one of my favorite people of all time, because the Elvis kind of vibe and all that stuff. That it's a sad thing to me
Yeah.
that he's kind of where he's at. And I was just curious. I don't have time to keep up with too much stuff with the music stuff and whatever. And
Well,
just
you got
wanted
to
your
hand it to the
opinion on
guy.
it at this point.
You got to hand it to the guy who started the Misfits in 1977, and the last few shows that he did were $1 million payoffs. Doing shows with the original bassist Jerry Only and Doyle, who is not an original member of the Misfits. He is, in a sense, original from 78, 79. But there were other guitarists before him. My point is, he started out with the Misfits in 77, which was a punk rock band that nobody really cared too much about. Then he makes a big splash with Sam Hain and then Danzig, and now his last few shows were $1 million payoffs with the Misfits. So good for him.
Good job.
Yeah, good job. And I'm sorry to cut in, but I want to change the subject real fast, because this is relevant to some of the crazies, or I wouldn't say crazies, because now they're starting to make me believe it. But the flat Earth thing. Did you guys see about the Chinese spy balloon today? I don't know if you've talked about it, because I've had a chance to listen. I just noticed you were live, and I thought I'd try to get in because it's exciting to me. I'm glad I did. But that goes back to what everybody's saying, that there's no real satellites. They're all on balloons. NASA uses more helium than anybody in the world, blah, 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 blah. I thought it was curious. They don't want to shoot it down because it's going to cause a debris. And,
right.
Oh, it sounds ridiculous.
Yes, it
All
does.
of it to me.
No, it is ridiculous. And we were talking about that in the beginning of the program. And I had mentioned how, our government already knew it was going to happen. I'm sure it was a part of some sort of a plan that, the Bidens had concocted together to implement here in America. I mean, they sold us out. So a Chinese surveillance balloon is something that surprises anyone. I wouldn't say it is.
Well, that don't surprise me either. But at the same point, you're just going to let it fly.
Oh, they're going to let it fly.
They don't care. They don't care. It's only going over Montana, where we have the nuclear arsenals.
Yeah.
Well, I just don't believe that's true. I believe it's all just a bunch of BS, because it just sounds ridiculous.
Oh, it is. It is. But that's how we rock it here in America in 2023. Anything else you got, caller, before we wrap it up here, unfortunately?
No, I'm going to let you go. I really appreciate you taking my call, and it was super exciting for me.
Thanks for
Thank
calling
you
in.
very much.
I hope
thank
it
you so
was.
much.
I hope it wasn't.
you.
Yeah, I hope it wasn't painful. Definitely call in whenever you'd like, my friend.
All right, I'll try not to call the other number, which was the Indian guy that was getting all pissed off at me. I can't call him back.
Yeah, don't call him.
Yeah, don't call that guy.
Yeah, don't call him. Call us.
All right, thank you guys.
Right,
I appreciate it.
Take
Great
care.
show.
Good night.
Thank you. Good night.
Thank you.
And there he goes. That was a nice caller.
Yeah.
Sound like a great guy. Sound like a good guy. Oh, Mike.
Buy my book.
Buy his book. Mike is selling a book. He outs everyone on the Misfits. Go read it.
Yes, caller. Make sure you buy my book.
Yeah, definitely buy Mike's book. Good book, by the way. Not because I was mentioned in it, because the stories are actually quite interesting. It's a page turner.
Thank you.
Oh, yes. So, Mike, once again, I do want to thank you for being a part of the program. There's a lot we can talk about, but we kind of have to save it. We sort of ran out of time here.
Jesus, already?
Can you believe it?
Gosh.
I can't believe it. I believe this, though.
Strike strike and 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 strike until you have victory. For every
I believe
enemy that
that.
is aligned against you, let there be that we would strike the ground, for you will give us victory, God. I hear a sound of abundance of rain. I hear a sound of victory. I hear a sound of shouting and singing. I hear a sound of victory. I hear a sound of...
Do you miss that, Mike?
Oh God, now you're gonna make me have nightmares.
Once Trump gets elected, that's what we're gonna have.
Yeah,
We're gonna have
we
her
talked
again.
about this before. Like, I feel you even said it too. He probably thinks these people are wackos, just as much as we do. But he's got to deal with it.
It is done. The Lord says it is done. The Lord says it is done. For I hear victory, victory, victory.
Oh, I'm sure he doesn't think too much of them.
Mm.
How could you? They're insane.
Mm.
The evangelicals. Oh my God. Oh boy.
Crackpots, man.
Crazy crack is at it again.
Uh-huh.
Damn
You know,
honkies out there.
You gotta ask yourself, like, do they think they sound normal when they're chanting like that and just rambling?
They are calling upon Satan, in my opinion.
Remember that what was it, the chant you played for me when she's speaking in another tongue? So
Well,
to speak?
yeah, that's one of the clips. We just didn't want to play it all night here. I mean, it goes on a while, and my ears can only take so much.
I know your ears and my brain. Can
My
only take so much
sensitive
of her.
ears can only handle so much nonsense.
Oh goodness.
Good Lord. Sweet Jesus out there, get me off of this earth, please.
Jesus, Mary, and Joseph.
Take me home.
Amen. Hallelujah.
Amen. Hallelujah, Mike. Let's hold arms, Mike, and pray to God together. For yes, exactly. Exactly, yeah.
Do it.
So Mike, go ahead and plug away as we let you go before I plug you with a peg.
Okay. Okay, people. Buy my book. All right.
Buy his book.
That's all I can say. MikeHideous.com is the only place you can get it. If you want to read a good story about rock and roll, sex, and drugs, buy my book.
Buy his book. And by the way, we have one last caller here before we shut it down. Caller, go ahead. You are live.
Gentlemen, this is E talking.
What's up? How are you?
Good. I just thought I haven't had a chance to chat. I think that I did buy Mike's book. I found it to be fantastic.
Did you
thank you.
Did you rip it out and smoke a joint with it?
No, I
Why not?
Yeah, why not?
I used it. I tore it. I did. I'll be honest. I did tear out one page to wipe the cum off my stomach after I was masturbating.
Oh!
Whoa.
Well, I have
Okay,
just been
that's
on
a
it.
little
Just
too
being
much.
honest.
Whoa.
Don't be offended.
I'm actually quite
No,
honored that you used my pages
but I
to
wanted
wipe
to
your
apologize
jizz.
to Mike. If he recalls, we talked a while back, and I was bashing Trump.
Yeah, I
no
remember
end,
you.
and I'm now going to admit that, and you saw it my text, your tweet here on your show, that Biden is without question in a whole nother league of evil. Whole nother league.
No, we agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
And by the
remember
way,
you, man. I remember you.
The reason I called is there's a deep, and I checked the source on this, by the way, because I didn't want to just call and give you guys fake news. But and there's this particular site that reported this is not listed as one of the fake news sites, which kind of surprised me. But a deep state cloning center raided in Alaska.
Really?
And they found clones of leading politicians, both Democrat and Republicans, including Nancy Pelosi, Biden,
Get
and
out.
Clinton.
I don't
I'm
like
not
that.
kidding you. I swear to God.
No,
I'm
don't
not even kidding right now.
don't do this to us now. Don't
not
clone
kidding.
these people. If that's true.
And yeah, you know what? They
I hope
have
you're
the
lying.
technology to do that.
I
They
have a
the
question.
technology.
We hope you're lying
Sure.
here.
I'm not
I
kidding.
have a
I'll-
question for you.
Go ahead.
Can I ask a question?
Yes, sir.
Where did you see this information?
You know what I'll do is I think we're following each other on Facebook. I'll send it to Michael Deacon on Twitter, and I'll also send it to you on Facebook.
Please.
I'll have to. Yeah, I'm not kidding around. And then there's another article too that there's two different articles. I guess they found one in Missouri also apparently. And I just kind of scrolled through the story real quick just to see what I could look at. And there was one particular story about a time that Clinton was the Clinton clone.
Oh no!
I'm not making this up. It's in the article that he somehow escaped the Clinton clone. But yeah,
I like that.
And also another footnote on another topic is it turns out that the Skinwalker Ranch is being used as a brothel.
Okay, you know what? I got to tell you something. I just watched that program, Skinwalker Ranch.
Bareback Walker.
That is by far the stupidest, most ridiculous show I've ever seen. It's so staged. Those people are so fake. I had to turn it off. I mean, this is stupid. I was like, this is stupid.
Bareback Walker Ranch.
I think the phenomenons were real, but I think the people, I think it was completely scripted, is what I think.
Well, of course.
Absolutely.
Most of these shows
Central
are.
Intelligence Walker Ranch, I would call that. Bunch of the CI, who's out there pretending like they're hunting down skinwalkers, but in reality, they're up to some nefarious stuff out there. And I will say this as a fact, and this is no joke either. There is some shit going on out there that is beyond strange.
It's Utah.
It is Utah. Yeah, there are Mormons.
Yeah, the Uinta Basin is quite well. But Mr. Deacon, I wanted to ask you.
Oh no,
no, Mike, you're not on Twitter, are you, Mike? Mike Hideous, you're not on Twitter, are you?
No, I'm not.
I would love to get you on Twitter. We have these things called Twitter Spaces now.
Mike's not going to do that. Mike's out. He's not dealing with that.
No social media for me. No Twitter. Yes. No Instagram. None of that crap.
That's probably the best way to go. To be honest, get rid of it.
I got to tell you, the only reason I'm on Facebook is to promote my music and my art and my photography. That's it. If I didn't have to do that, I would not be on Facebook because I do not give a shit. I don't give a flying shit.
You don't give a fuck.
Social media. No, I don't.
I get it.
Yeah, Mike's watching Bareback Walker Ranch right now. He's with Art Bell.
Oh shit!
You're too much, buddy.
Oh, by the way, Michael Deacon, there. This coming, not this Saturday, but the following Saturday in Los Angeles. If I can encourage you to come down, free dinner and drinks on me.
Oh my!
They've got the Unconscious Life Expo.
Yeah, the Unconscious Life. I'd like that.
Oh, I wish I was there.
Is our boy Brad Olson going to be there?
Yes, he is. That's why I called to tell you that we're going to have a party. We're going to get a room. We're going to have we're going to have some hookers.
Oh my God!
We're trying to get some cocaine. We're working on it.
Get Hunter Biden.
Get Hunter Biden on the scene. He'll arrange all of it. He'll arrange all the activity.
We were going to invite him, but he insisted on bringing like 12-year-old girls, and we said no, we're not playing that.
Oh, good. I'm glad. Yes, I'm glad you have told him not to do that. Yes, we don't want donkeys or minors around. It would be bad.
Yeah, he said, don't worry about it. They're my nieces. I said, sure, no problem.
Jesus.
No problem.
Good Lord. Well, my goodness. Well, I thank you for the call here. You just caught us right in time. We were about to shut it down.
Yeah, I had to throw in a few tidbits. I'm glad you guys are back. I always miss when you guys aren't on. And by the way, if you're gonna go on early, let me know. Shit, sometimes I'll look up and it's like your show's already over. I'm going, what the hell? It's only 5:30. How did this happen?
It happens. I mean, this program, you never know. It's paranormal.
Yeah.
You don't know when's going to start, when's going to end.
Good talking to you guys.
You got it, brother.
I love you both as brothers. We'll talk to you soon.
Thank you. We'll give you monkeypox later.
Buddy.
Good night.
There you go. Take care.
Take care. So anyway, I just want to say thank you to everybody for listening tonight, both live and for the podcast in the future. Much thanks to Michael, as always. I love doing your show, buddy.
Oh yeah, do you? Do you like doing it?
I do like doing it.
Doing it hard, doing it rough.
I do like really giving it to your show.
Good Lord. Well, Mike, say good night.
Good night. All right, guys. Thank you, Michael. I'll talk to you soon, buddy.
You got it. Good night.
Good night.
And there you have it, boys and girls. Mike has left the building along with the caller there, who invited me to a party that Hunter Biden will be planning. So who knows what's going to happen there? It's not going to be a good one. I can reassure all of you out there. But once again, I do want to thank you guys for pressing play and hanging out with us here. I hope you guys had fun. We laughed, we cried, we had all the drama here that you could ever want. And I mean, I thought it was a rather fun, successful program yet again. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And remember, if you're new and you liked the show and the things that we talked about here resonated with you at all, definitely subscribe. And if you want bonus material, please go to patreon.com/Michael Deacon. And that's where you can find bonus content of the program. Oh yes, I know all of you out there want bonus material, so don't be afraid. Go sign up. Patreon.com/Michael Deacon. That is where gold falls from the sky. Ah yes, Mike wants to be pegged. Well, hopefully he doesn't. I mean, it was just a joke, but maybe he does. Maybe I have to talk to him. Send him an email. My God. Once again, folks, you guys have been great. I hope you enjoyed this one as much as I did. I had fun. I hope you had fun. Definitely come back again soon. And I do wish you the very best no matter where you are on this island Earth. My name is Michael Deacon, reporting to you live and direct from a remote location deep underground in California. And with that said, the world is a mysterious place, and life itself is a mystery. Until next time, good night.